Hiya, I'm Jasper, and welcome to your video review for After Earth. It's a movie starring Will Smith and Jaden Smith. As always, I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the furry. To start off with, the furry. There are a lot of different animals in this movie, and they have had time to grow and evolve and become as big and or as deadly as they need to be. And I don't want to say much more because a lot of it is how the story develops for introducing them and whatnot. So I'm not going to say much more. But if you like big animals, creatures, whatever, there's quite a few of them in this movie. So, moving on to the good and the bad. The bad. There are certain evolutionary things that happen for this movie that just don't make sense. Even within the world they're building, it just doesn't make sense for the creature evolution that they're trying to rationalize. It didn't jive. And I think the big reason why this movie didn't click with a lot of people, and maybe I'm wrong, I haven't seen a whole lot of specific reviews, or at least I don't really remember them at all, but I think is because this movie stars Jaden Smith and Will Smith, and they are father and son in real life. And Jaden Smith, this came out in 2013, which means he was 15 when this came out, which means he was probably 13 when they filmed this. So a 13-year-old is trying to enlist in what amounts to like a Ranger Corps, so like a super awesome like special forces unit in the world they're building. And I don't think people can wrap their brains around it, especially because Jaden Smith, well, he's muscular from the Karate Kid movies and whatnot. It's not something that I think we are used to, and I don't think that they explained it for why somebody who is clearly 13, maybe that age group, being considered to actually be enlisted in this military organization. Because we are used to 18-year-olds, and there's a certain look that an 18-year-old has. And I think that if the timing had worked better to have whoever was playing Will Smith's son be an 18-year-old, whether they filmed it later, although Jaden Smith seems to have kind of stopped being interested in acting, so they had to film when they could, or if they just chosen a different actor, I think that this movie would have been better received. That being said, it is an M. Night Shyamalan film, and not in his glory days, so he's not aiming for a twist ending in this one like you would see in some of his other films, but that also probably helped turn people off of it somewhat, because I know when I saw the trailers for it, I'm like, ooh, this looks good, and then M. Night Shyamalan names popped up, I was like, oh, well, I guess it's not going to be good. And overall, I think most people didn't like it for that reason. And I know the first time I watched it, I didn't really care for the movie, but I also had to pay specifically for the movie, and I was expecting more out of it. And what it kind of boils down to is a little bit like how Ad Astra has this fantastical sci-fi setting for a guy trying to get over his dad issues. This movie has this fantastical sci-fi setting for a dad trying to connect with his son and be a father to him. And yeah, great budget and all that, but I can see why it didn't do as well. All that being said, the CGI is absolutely fantastic, and I like the amount of slow-mo they had. I really, really like the world building they did. I watched a special feature of this back in the day when I was trying to like it more than I did, and just the amount of work and passion from both M. Night Shyamalan and Will Smith that went in to building this world, and a bunch of the rules and logic and how the technology was set out, but they didn't get to because it was focused on this story, and they had to cut a lot of things out. And I don't know, maybe they would have had some type of sequel or something that they could have explored it more, but obviously didn't do so well at the box office. But there was clearly thought that went into it, and a lot of the technology was very interesting, and I liked it. It was very, it's a direction that I could see technology going to be more organic, kind of how Eon Flux had a lot of organic but still technology. Same sort of thing. And it was done in a very interesting way. There are also a couple of really, really memorable quotes, and I think they used one of them or a similar one on a few of the trailers. So, watch a few of the trailers. If that looks good to you, then you'll probably enjoy it. But it may also spoil kind of the end thing. But like I said, this is not one of those like trick ending type of M. Night Shyamalan movies. So having the ending spoiled may not be the worst thing in the world. I'm still not going to spoil it for you. But yeah, the speeches, a couple of them that were given, or monologues, if you will, were just absolutely fantastic. And they have stuck with me over the years. So for those speeches alone, I really like this movie. I think at best, you could probably have it on in the background and watch some of the scenes that look more interesting to you, whether there's a creature on there or some piece of technology showing that interests you. But yeah, I don't think this movie is for everybody, but it is visually interesting, and going back and watching it again, still not quite there. And again, I think it's because of that age difference from where Jaden Smith was to where his character should have been for this type of movie. But I liked it. I like some of the really important monologues in it. You could have it on in the background. So if it's included in one of your streaming services that you're probably already subscribed to, I'd say give it a shot. Alrighty, that's all I have for this one. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Hope to catch you in the next one. Bye.